Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you all for coming. It's a new year, so anyone that has any questions or any concerns should bring it up. We had a very pleasant lunch today. It is at Go Forest, and it's nice to see so many of you coming to celebrate the first day of the year for all of us. And I think it's something we need to adjust in that we have way too many parties, and it's tiring. I know you work so hard, and we really appreciate it, but I feel that for New Year's, does not have a New Year's Eve party, Christmas Eve party, and all those parties. We can simply have lunch together on New Year's Day because it's your day off, so it's not much pressure on you if you're in town. And I think Christmas Day we could have a lunch together as well because it's also a holiday for all of you. But other than that, let's cut out the parties. You agree or not? New Year resolution. Yes, Way Mountain.
Master, in the same spirit, I would like to ask Master that, so as American, they have something called New Year resolution. So what are our goals and for organization ourselves as this year 2025? Do you have any resolution for this year? And can you please share with us your vision so that we can march forward to looking out for this year?
Okay, very good. What is a New Year resolution? It's a great tradition that should be honored and practiced. I agree. We should have New Year's resolution. It's a good time because it sets the tone and the spirit for the rest of the year, and it's helpful to align our thinking, our resources, and our efforts. We, in our small community, enjoy cultivating. Okay, and that's a common thing that I noticed, that people, in spite of all the difficulties they encounter in their practices, we, for example, when we teach meditation, we go for the gusto right away. We said you should aim to sit in full lotus, and it's discouraging for a lot of people. But the people who manage to be able to do that, it's hard work. It's not natural. It's not a natural thing for us to sit in full lotus. And for me personally, it's a struggle. I had to struggle. I started with 2 minutes, and I built up to 15, and so forth and so forth. It took me 3 months before I could make it to an hour and a half. And so, personally, it's hard work. So I know how difficult it is for you to do it. But somehow, for those who chose to endure the hardship, they seem to get a lot out of it. It's not easy, but you seem to enjoy it, and in the end, appreciate why it's such a good skill to have. So I'm asking you, all of you, why do you cultivate? This is from the talk that I had today with someone at lunch. I said, why do you cultivate? Bottom line, why are we doing this? It also arose from this abomination that they really annoyed and it really bothers me. That Master Shenhua disciples, his two big disciples, went on pilgrimage and then wrote a journal to document their experiences. And they titled it, Journals of the True Cultivators. It really bothers me. Yeah? That is, when you cultivate, you never call yourself as a true cultivator. So to me, it's an abomination of the spirit of Mahayana that my master brought to the U.S. And I do blame him for allowing it to be printed and to be part of their list of publications. It should be removed and burned and declared as an abomination. It's an aberration of the spirit of Mahayana. You never call yourself as true cultivator. That's so wrong. It's not, should not be tolerated. I don't tolerate it. And it's embarrassment to me to be associated with such people. I would never give you a PhD if you write, you declare yourself to be a true cultivator. That's insulting to the rest of us. Yes, Way Mountain.
Dạ, A Di Đà Phật, kính thưa thầy. Con nghĩ mình muốn tu hành là bởi vì mình muốn giải thoát cái phiền não ngay hiện đời của mình, phá trừ những cái tập khí xấu của mình, và cuối cùng là mình muốn giải thoát con đường sanh tử. Đó là cái mình muốn, tại sao mà chúng con muốn tu hành. Dạ, và cái điều thứ hai nữa là con muốn hỏi thầy, xin thầy giúp là giống như là khi mà mình đảnh lễ Phật á, mà mình quán tưởng á, thì mình quán như thế nào? Dạ, xin thầy dạy. A Di Đà Phật.
Hello, Master. Amitabha. So to me, we wanted to cultivate because we want to liberate ourselves from our affliction, this life, and also we can destroy our bad habit energy. We want to attain liberation from the suffering of birth and death. That is the reason why I myself cultivate. Second question, I would like to ask Master a question. So when we bow to the Buddha, what do we have to do to contemplate? How should we contemplate when we bow to the Buddha? Can you please explain to us?
Okay, I will answer the second question first. When you bow to the Buddha, it's an exercise of being single-minded. Don't worry so much about the contemplation. It's about trying to physically and mentally become focused on the Buddha alone. Whatever way you can, if it helps you to focus on an image of a statue, okay, like on the altar or in your mind. That is the fundamentals of bowing. The bowing begins with a physical thing where you actually bow, and as you bow, that will help you become single-minded. Okay? It's not an exercise like the Korean Sunims are taught to do, where they bow 1,000 times and 3,000 times a day. That's too tough on your knees. You wear your knees out. When you get older, you're going to have some serious knee issues. Physically, it doesn't work like that. It's very damaging physically to your body unless you have some samadhi, okay? And which most of us do not have samadhi, okay? And it's not a physical thing. It's a contemplation where you physically focus on your physical movement. I'm bowing, okay? This is a motion I'm going to do, okay? So you focus on your physical motion right there, okay? And as soon as you get used to it, you don't think about it anymore. Then you think about the Buddha itself, whatever helps you to think. For some people, it's some kind of image. I would like to look at a statue because to me, it helps me solidify in my mind what's the image of the Buddha. Or if you prefer, it could be Buddha, could be Wan Bodhisattva, doesn't matter. Okay, all of them are the same. And you bow, and as you get used, as I said, as you get used to the physical bowing there, you no longer think about it. First of all, you should concentrate on your physical process to make sure that you do it properly and slowly. Don't turn it into an exercise like the Korean Sunims. It's so wrong to me. It's the wrong bowing. That bowing Dharma is not a physical exercise, okay? Meaning that you have to limit it. You cannot bow too often because it's physically damaging to your knees, to your legs. So that's why you wear out, that bowing process there, okay, wears out the cartilage in your knees. It's very dangerous. So that's why you don't want to turn it into, 1,000 times or 3,000 times like many Sunims I talked to in Korea, okay? And they, in order to build the temples, they would bow 3,000 times to the Buddha per day for 10 years. And this is how somehow they come from an unknown Sunim, and all of a sudden people appear from nowhere and to give them money to build the temple. So that's why a process is very popular in Korea. If you're serious about it, you bow. And some of the monks who became enlightened also became enlightened through bowing. But the one thing that I need to stress for our Korean followers is do not bow too often. Do not bow excessively. 300, 500 times a day, okay, maximum, no more. Okay? It's not a physical thing. As I said, you need to first learn to focus on your physical act of bowing because it's a form of martial arts, okay? Very slow motion. And you concentrate physically first on that, and it helps you become single-minded because when you get used to it, you no longer process. Your mind no longer thinking, okay, should I, first I need to bow, lower my head, my neck, my chest, and you see how your spine actually flexes, okay? And then the muscles and so forth of your legs kick in and so forth. So that process right there helps you become more aware of your physical act of bowing. That's why it's very important for you to slow down and contemplate physically on what's happening to your body when you bow. When you do that, physically, you will increase the chi flows in your body and you're healing yourself. That bowing is a very powerful form of spiritual practice. It provides physical healing to you. Take advantage of it. And then once you get used to that physical thing there, you no longer have to think about it physically. Then it becomes automatically you bow, and now you can focus on an image in your mind of the Buddha. That's all you do. Single-mindedly focus. I'm bound to Amitabha Buddha. I'm bound to Wanyin Bodhisattva. I'm bound to Master Shenhua and so forth. I'm bound to Manjushri Bodhisattva and so forth. Your contemplation is only one thought. That's all it means. It doesn't matter who you contemplate, what you contemplate, how you contemplate. I just want you to have one thought. I'm bowing to this being. That's it. And the magic will take over. Let me tell you. When I learned bowing from Master Shoa disciples, the specialists who went bowing, three steps on bow pilgrimage, he proclaimed to be the bowing specialist. ignore those instructions. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm too radical recently. Forgive me. I'm getting old. I'm in bad mood most of the days. The body is not working, you know. It's complaining. It's the kidneys, it's the lungs. And then people give me all sorts of healthy things that drive me crazy. Can I just enjoy my food? Fatty, sugary. I'm whining again. Okay, so that's question number 2. Question number 1, let's give JMT a chance first and we address it. Yes, JMT.
마스터 들리세요? 네. 두 가지 질문이 있는데 일단 첫 번째는 이제 절수행에 관한 건데 제가 일주일에 한 번씩 서주 스님 스케줄 만불참회 하는 거를 참석하고 있어요. 미국 시간은 이제 오전 6시고 한국은 이제 밤 9시나 10시 썸머타임에 따라서 바뀌고 있는데 어떤 질문이냐면 그 정도 일주일에 한 번씩 108배 만불참회 하는 건 자주 하는 수행이 아닌 건지 빈도로 물어보고 싶었고 두 번째는 관하는 거를 말씀하셨는데 현보 스님 한번 끊어야 되나요? 네.
No sound, please. There's no sound. We cannot hear.
Hello, I have 2 questions. First one is about the bowing practice. I attend Soju Sunim's 10,000 Buddha repentance bowing once a week. It's 6 a.m. in US time and 9 p.m. in Korea time. So I attend this session once a week. Maybe I do like 108 times bowing. Is this often?
Depends on how fast you bow. I used to bow 108 times in 20 minutes. Only because I hated it. So I did all the wrong things. But 108 times is not a bad number. You should bow for an hour, okay? Because at your level right now, an hour would begin to help you focus. If you have time, I would bow between an hour and a half to 2 hours, and slowly, okay? One in an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'd say you bow about 150 times. Okay, that should be good enough. 100 times, 150 times. Don't worry about 108 number thing. It's just a number. I don't know why people are so obsessed with 108 and 109. People write me a donation check for 108. Say, how do you balance your checkbook? I usually end everything with 0. Round up or round down, man. 108, come on. Cut out this superstitious thing. You know, I don't know why people are stuck on these numbers. But anyway, that's question number 1. What is question number 2?
안 들리나 오시는 네, 들리세요? 네. 그러니까 방금 절하면서 관하는 방법을 말씀을 하셨는데 저는 어떻게 하고 있냐면 서주 스님 그 숙도에 맞춰서 하고 있고 그러면서 원래부터도 제가 3000배 수행을 매달 했었기 때문에 1년 정도 자동적으로 절을 할 때는 제 신체에 대해서 관이 되는데 그 부처님의 영상이나 거기까지는 아직 도달하지 못하거든요. 근데 이 정도 선에서 서주 스님 스케줄에 맞춰서 하면 되는 건지를 질문드리고 싶었던 거예요.
talking about contemplating while bowing. My method is that I just follow Seoju S님's tempo, and because I have practiced bowing 3,000 times a day for about 1 year. So contemplating in my physical movement is automatical. But for me, I cannot contemplate the Buddha's image. So I want to ask you that, is it okay to follow Seoju Snim like this?
Yeah, you can follow. You think that if I teach you to concentrate on the Buddha image, you can do it right away? You know how long it took me before I could do that? Those boys, took them 2.5 years to bow 3 steps, 1 bow. You know how long it took me to bow before I could teach you how to bow properly? 20,000 years. I don't look like 20,000 years old, do I? Don't worry. I practiced way before they ever did. Many, many lifetimes. That's why I understand more about bowing than they do. Okay? Yeah. So, of course, it takes a long time before you get it. But it's about simplifying the process. Don't make it so complicated, where you focus. As I taught you, you focus physically on the mechanics, so that to make sure that alone, if you simply focus on the mechanics, it's plenty good already, because it's very good for you, for your body. And then it will increase your samadhi, that alone. And then the second part, the spiritual part, where you simply concentrate on the image. You can't do that. You can focus on your navel and think of the Buddha in your navel. It doesn't matter. You focus on one spot in your mind, okay? That spot could be a Buddha somewhere, an image on the wall, or your own navel. Yeah, your navel is your Buddha too, by the way. Okay? If you understand, you see your navel actually is the Buddha. Your navel is the same as the image on the wall. Have you been to that point yet? And then you haven't bowed enough yet. That's why these boys taught their followers the wrong way of bowing. They haven't bowed long enough to understand, to master the process. Okay? Now, for the question about my original question, why are we doing this? I'm a meat and potatoes kind of person. I mean, sandwich kind of person. Or chicken sandwich kind of person, okay? It has to be something I can understand. If I cannot explain it to my nephew, to my niece, to people who don't understand anything, don't know anything about cultivation, if I cannot explain that to them, then my explanation is no good. Why are we doing this? Let me tell you, fundamentally, we're doing this because we need to. You don't have a need, you should not be wasting your time. You ask yourself, why am I doing this? Someone said, I want to become enlightened. I said, oh yeah? So what's enlightenment again? Wake up. Stop fooling yourself. Stop deluding yourself in these big words. I am enlightened. I cultivate. Oh, please. Where is the beef? Is the old lady in that commercial a long, long time ago that's stuck in my mind. Someone drove up to the window of Wendy's, burgers, and they bought a burger, and that old lady unwrapped the burger and said, where's the beef, man? I buy a burger because I want to buy beef. You claim it is beef, real beef. Where is the beef? Why we cultivate? Why cultivate? Because we must, because there's a need for us to cultivate. Don't give me any crap about, I'm enlightened, I want to help the world, and so forth. If you can't even see the need for you to cultivate, you will not last. That's why we're not worried about how many people show up. You have 300 people attending a lecture, and at most, maybe 3 would cultivate because they need to. The other are there for entertainment only. And those 3 are the superior people in the world who will make a difference in other people's lives. The rest are losers. There I go again. It's New Year, okay? You have to give me a little bit of latitude. We cultivate because we need to cultivate. If you don't see the need for you to cultivate, you're a fool. I tell you why do you need to cultivate? You need to cultivate because you're sick and you're dying. How's that? You look closely into your body, you find out that many of you women have seeds of breast cancer, yeah? Ovary cancer, yeah? No? It's a concern. Why do you women go and have your mammogram, what is it recommended nowadays? You don't have mammograms? Younger than 40? After 40 you don't have to anymore? After 40 they give up on you? Doctors give up on you? Younger age, okay. What do I know? It's yours, not mine. Your issue. The point here is that we recommended to take physicals. I haven't done a physical for at least a few decades. but we recommended to take tests and so forth. 13, 15, there you go. Thank you. It's because dangers were lurking inside your body, and people choose to ignore it because it's too frightening for them. They make excuses. I'm too busy. I have to go to school. I have to take care of my family. I have to work and so forth. And to me, it is so wrong because if you are not committed to taking care of your body first, then you're ignoring your own health at your own peril. And then you ignore it, and then one day you wake up and you have a lump in your chest, and you go to the hospital, the doctor says, actually you have breast cancer. And now we have to cut it out. If you were to meditate before that, there's strong chances that you can avoid that fate of having to remove your body and throw it away. I'm telling you, we have to take care of our body. And if the meditation, if the Buddha's recitation, if the bowing cannot help you take care and improve your health, then you're learning the wrong things. And your teacher is stressing the wrong things. Fundamentally, you have to take care of your physical health. You ignore it, you're going to be sorry. Most of us will be very sorry we ignored it. That's physical. That's the first thing I'm talking to you about is physical needs. We need to take care of our body physically. And please tell me, who taught you to do that? No one. Your parents don't take care of the bodies? They don't know how? Who's teaching you the fundamentals of self-care? Okay, I'm just started with you, with your physical health. What about your mental health? Mental health is even a worse issue for you because many of you have depression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. Most of you are so imbalanced mentally. You know what happens? Okay, to most of you, you get depression and you become a punching bag. You stay in your bed. You don't get out of bed. You don't want to see anyone. You want to be left alone. Meaning that you are punching back. The depression goes, punches at you. Okay? And they enjoy it. They see you suffer. They hit you. They go, wow, look at that. She's more and more withdrawn because she can't take the pain. What are you doing about it? The lucky ones are the ones who manage to go and take up jogging, take up climbing, take up some physical things to distract the mind, because that's what it takes. Your mental health, you need to have the proper focus. I'm not saying that you can necessarily take care of your mental health, because it's a lot trickier than it sounds. Physical health is a lot easier than you. If you bow alone, you meditate, you are healing yourself physically. It does tremendous good for you. A lot more good than people realize. It's cannot even measured by doctors, because there's no such measurement instruments yet invented. Doctors don't understand. Doctors physically, when you have a problem, they cut it out. They cut out your flesh. We teaching you about preventive maintenance. But let's talk about mental health. Mental health, okay, can be addressed. And there are things you don't do. For example, when you have depression, you don't whine and say, oh, this is so difficult, I'm in such pain, make it go away. If you have that kind of attitude, there's no help possible for you. You have to learn to take care of yourself. No one can do it for you. Because if I take it away from you, where is the depression going to go next? Me. And how much are you paying me to make it happen? Is it worth it for me? No. That's why as soon as they come to me, I give it to my disciples right away. You find it funny? Ask my disciples how funny it feels. Does it feel funny at all? Be careful. When you have depression and you don't know how to deal with it properly, it goes to your wife, it goes to your children. It's not an easy thing to deal with. But fundamentally, you have to learn to endure it. This is where Chan training is so important. The Chan training is give you the foundation, whether it's bowing, whether it's reciting Buddha's name, whether it's reciting mantras, is give you the tool to diminish the effectiveness of their mental attack on you. Grow up, boys. When you have depression, don't come to me and say, Master, make it go away. You know, it's getting worse, it's getting worse. Stop whining. You learn the technique already. Cross your legs. It will diminish. If you don't do it, you're not willing to do it, who's going to do it for you? Huh? Who's silly enough to be willing to take on your suffering for you? So physically, yes, you can see the improvement in your health. Mentally, a little bit tougher because they come and go, okay? But we're not worried about it because why don't we take them away from you? Because when we take them away from you, you have no more need to cultivate. And whenever you have a problem, you call Master. Master, I'm your big donor. Make it go away for me. And my phone keeps on ringing day and night. Because Master, make it go away. I said, okay. What's your name again? How much did you donate last year? Oh, yeah, I will take care of you right away, I promise. So I be creating a bunch of parasites who every time you have a problem, Master, I have breast cancer, make it away. Okay, how much do you give again? Can I count on you for my fundraising this year? You have to learn to take care of yourself. This is how you will discover how to be a happier person. You know where does happiness come from? Your unhappiness. That's fundamental. Unless you can rise and learn how to deal with what makes you unhappy, you can never be happy. Stop running away from it. Face it. Look at it in the eyes and say, okay, here you are. You are harming me again. You are giving me a hard time again. Let me look at you and learn how to fight you and overcome you. If you can do that, I promise you, you'll be a happier person. Because it's not that, it will be something else will come at you, will harass you, and will intimidate you and make you cower. You know why? It's a fact. Your sicknesses, whether it's physical or mental, is because of your karmic retributions. You harmed someone in the past, that's why now they're entitled to harm you. Physically, you in the past have tormented, tortured so many people, giving them mental anguish. That's why now you're supposed to be on the receiving end of mental anguish, of depression, of being manic, bipolar, schizophrenia, all those things is because of your own doing, no one else's. Grow up. You can deny it all you want, but you're a sick woman. Here, go see a therapist and we'll give you a confirmation. Instead of deny, no, I'm normal. You're not normal. You can't even see your own mental sickness. There's wisdom in there, in your cultivation. Going back to the theme, we cultivate because we are aware of our problems and we want to learn how to fix it and not expect the doctor to cut it out from us and ignore it until we can no longer ignore it. Then you're going to lose a limb, you're going to lose half of your brains, half of your breasts. You want that for you? I don't. Now that I know how to take care of myself, you become more humble. You don't go stupidly and think of yourself as a bodhisattva. Okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you because I want to be like a bodhisattva. Your life has a purpose. You cannot waste it. Master Shenhua did his things because he has his own plans. He has his wisdom behind it. We don't have such wisdom. You cannot afford to waste your strength and your skills. What is it the matter with you? You go to a river and you save every single spirit in the river. Who are you to save them? They're very happy of being where they are. Cut it out. I'm not training you. I'm not supporting you. I'm not developing you to go and cause problems for others. Grow up. You're nothing special. Take care of yourself. That's all I ask of you. Be healthier and healthier and healthier, physically and mentally. How's that for a challenge? That's real to me. What's enlightenment? Enlightenment, I probably will never become enlightened at the rate I'm going. I'm too late. I'm too old. Too grouchy. Too sick. Too bipolar. You name it. I have it. How about fundamentally, we're doing this because if we didn't, we die sooner. Huh? We'll be totally at the mercy of a doctor, of a nurse. I love nurses, by the way, for the record. Among other professions. And doctors too. I love everyone. You have to take care of yourself. And to me, this is what parents are supposed to teach children. Teach them about taking care of themselves physically, learning the skills to take care of themselves physically and mentally. Mental, you're going to need help because you don't know how to handle it. It's a lot more complicated for most of you. I know because I chose to take it on because a depression ghost chose to kill a brother of one of my disciples. I will never forgive him for that. I declare war to them since that day. I say, as long as I'm alive, I will fight all of you. Depression, demons. Bring it on. I promise you. I will kill all of you. You dare get in my way. Because you killed my disciple, my half-disciple. You don't want to have that kind of war with me. So for your mental illnesses, okay, especially your depression, stop whining. They're there. Let me tell you my secret. we use them to motivate you to improve, to get out of range. Let me tell you their secret, okay? If this is your samadhi level, this depression ghost can come at you. They will come at you. You don't know. They have a key to your house. There's nothing you can do. They have right to enter your house. Why? Because in the past, you harassed them, you tortured them, you made them suffer. Now you open yourself to that now. That's called karmic retribution. Okay? Where you are, there's always a depression ghost harassing you. You can cry, you can scream, but it ain't going away. They make you suffer until you paid up, then they disappear. Okay? And guess what? This one is paid off, next one comes. Why? Because not only did you hurt her, but you also enjoy hurting her friend, her nephew, her boyfriend. And now, that's why after you pay off the debt to one, the next one comes, the next one comes, the next one comes. So what do you want? You want me to fix one problem? I can fix it. Then the next one comes, you call me again. Master, I'm depressed again. Fix it for me. I said, okay, I need another check. It's not that funny. It's sick. It's called job security. That's why I'm not worried about my kids' future, because I teach them these skills. They have you in the hands the rest of your lives, because they help a little bit only. Okay, and ask for more donations. We don't do that. We teach you how to take care of yourself. So, this is your samadhi level. The ghost at this level, samadhi can come harass you. And as I said, when you paid off one, next one comes. The mother comes. The sister comes. The husband comes. Because you know, when you piss off someone, she goes home, she tells her husband, say, oh, that's a bad person. Okay, so that's why you never have one ghost. You have all this family of ghosts. You see? So don't think you're going to be able to solve it all at once. You can't. All you want to do, if you understand this picture, is that it's no point in fighting them. We use them to help you get to this level. Got it? Then it's out of range. They can't shoot at you anymore. That's what it means. This is how you deal with mental illnesses, folks. You have to do it yourself. No one can do it for you. I can, but I'm very expensive. So that's why the process of mental illnesses is that you use their attack here. Because every time they attack you, you cross your legs. You recite the Buddha's name, okay? And that's how you will diminish their effectiveness, and that's how you'll be able to leap. This is why we don't kill them. we let them attack you so that you have a chance to get out of range. If you are totally dependent on us and master, make it go away, you always be at this level. Use their harassment for you to go up next level. And then next level, the attack will be a lot more tolerable for you. But then the next group comes, and you use them again to get out of range. Next group comes, out of range. When you reach a certain level of samadhi, that's when you say, you can no longer make me suffer. You can no longer confuse me. Then I can help others. We have a master plan. We don't just simply help you combat these things because we hope one day you say, I see how difficult it is for people to do. Now I know how to do it. I want to help others. Because they need help. For mental illnesses, you need help. For some physical illnesses, you need help. You need help, and you only have to deal with the part where it's manageable to you. It's more overwhelming than you can handle it, but not to the point it would kill you. So stop whining. Depression is very good for you. Because they cannot harm you. All they can do is confuse you. Yes, JMT.
마스터. 일단 첫 번째 제가 하려고 했던 질문 먼저 해야 될 것 같아요. 두 번째 세컨 퀘스천은 그 마스터께서 마스터께 귀한 제가자들이 로브와 가사를 입는데 로브는 빨아도 된다는 의견이 있는데 귀한 제가자가 하는 가사를 빨아야 된다, 빨아야 되지 말다라는 의견이 다 달라서 마스터께 질문 드리고 싶었고요. 우울증에 관한 질문이 좀 이어서 있어요. 네.
Master, I have two questions. First one is about the robe and the sash. The disciples who take a refuge under masters, we wear robes and sashes. And there's so we do agree on we can wash the robes, but we cannot agree on can we wash sash. Is it okay to wash sash?
Yeah, it's okay to wash the sash. Usually the sash is, the fabric is very, very delicate. So usually you don't want to wash it too often. It breaks down. See my sash, I haven't washed it. I noticed I have some spots, probably from today's piang piang mian. Delicious, but it has spots. So what I do in these cases, I have a spot here. I don't know it shows up in the camera. But I usually, when I see this, I go back and I just wet this, put a bit of soap in there and rub it, and then wash it, and then let it dry. I don't often wash my sash because it's more delicate. But you can wash them. Question number 2.
네.
Seems like only Jumi asked questions from JMT, and we're very grateful for it. Hint, hint.
네. 그다음에 마스터께서 그 디프레션은 천마랑 관계돼 있다고 하셨었어요, 예전에. 그러면 우리가 수행해야 되는 이유에 대해서, 그리고 아주 오랫동안 수행을 해야 되겠다, 디프레션 이슈 때문만이라도라는 생각이 들었고. 한번 끊을까요, 스님?
So, second question is about the depression ghost. You once said the depression ghost is connected with the heavenly demons. So I thought, oh, I do need to practice because of the depression. And she will continue.
그러니까 마스크에서 다만 현재 레벨에서
Don't worry about
오직
them. Don't worry.
않는 그래.
Don't go there. Don't worry about them. They're very stupid. I declare this because I'm not afraid of their schemes. I'm outsmart them. You know, whatever they do to you, I can see it, but I'm not saying anything. We use them. They think they're smart. They're trying to outsmart us. Actually, once you understand, you overcome your depression, you see what they're doing is very, very stupid. And nothing that smart. The first thing they do is to make you believe that you have no depression. Idiots. You suffer and you feel miserable, and it shows in your behavior. You're unpleasant. Yeah? Huh? Ever met anyone like that? They bark at you. Huh? You know why? Why they so mean and so bitchy? And what's the word for men? Bitchy? I don't want to sound too sexist. I am sexist. The reason, folks, the reason that people are so unpleasant, are so angry, is because they're hurting so much inside, you know. It's difficult for them to be pleasant because they don't feel pleasant inside. Look at her, now she's laughing. Dragon lady, you used to be scary. You know, if inside of you, and I say this because I observe it, I go to restaurants and fast food joints when I can afford it. Yeah, I know, don't get offended. Your lunch is so full, but there are times where I travel and I don't, I drive and I don't have a chance to eat and so forth. I'm hungry and so forth. This year, I'm 70. I can eat anything I want, anytime I want, officially. Yeah! Anything, I go to restaurants, all sorts of restaurants, dives, nice restaurants with tablecloth and white and so forth, with a waiter walking around with his arm behind his back, I always find it funny. And I have yet to see anyone happy at any restaurant. The husband goes out, bring the wife out to dinner, and I don't think he wants to look at her, and she doesn't want to talk to him. And then I saw this Chinese family going to this really cute Chinese dive, and the husband is so angry because the two boys are misbehaving, and the wife is sort of like, here you go again, I need to put up with your temper again. And the mother, who has her back turned to me, she's sort of, oh my God, there's so much suffering. They're doing the same mistakes, making the same mistakes I am. No one's happy. Why is that? You look at Jeff Bezos, you see a happy person? I saw a photo of him with is it wife or no? What's her name? Is it wife or fiancé? I know it's fiancé at least because of the rock. That $500 million rock, I'm so impressed. This guy has class, and you men, none of you has. I would buy my wife, my fiance, a $500 million rock. That's class, man. Huh? Can you have this kind of class? But I saw the woman, okay, and the man looks like happy, so proud, and she's my woman. All plastic parts of her. How can a woman who's 50, I'm sorry, have bumpers like that? You tell me. Is it physically possible? Come on, man. What is wrong with these people? You're so unhappy you have to put plastic in your woman's chest? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I'm being gross, and please forgive me. But this is so ridiculous. People are so ridiculous. How can they possibly be happy? They smile, but he says, it's kind of plastic, you know. They know themselves. We're not going to go there, okay, Lloyd? Lloyd is egging me. He said, Master, go on. Entertain me. I'm not falling for you tonight. Lloyd does it to me all the time. He said, oh yeah. How can you be happy if you keep on fooling yourself? People are not happy, folks. They're suffering so much, and they don't dare look at it. They say, I'm happy. If you're happy, why is you so unpleasant? Huh? The happiness. If you're happy inside, it comes out naturally with the way you look, with the way you walk, with the way you talk to people. It takes no effort. You don't need to pretend. You need to pretend, she's my woman. 50-year-old with all plastic? I'm sorry, I know I cut off for a lot of $100 million here. But I love for him to give me $100 million because of my work, important work. You know, these poor people, they have to kill themselves for 10 years, 20, 30 years before Jeff Bezos notices and say, okay, here's $100 million for you. Go and feed the world. And I'd love to have $100 million, Mr. Bezos. And I would change my tune. I'm for sale, okay? For the sake of my disciples. No, seriously, people fail to recognize the fundamentals of happiness. If you cannot take care of yourself, the body aches. The mind bitches, complains constantly. It shows in your eyes. You can't even take care of that. How can you possibly be happy? Please tell me. Huh? You don't feel good about yourself. It shows in your behavior. You're so unpleasant. You're so worried. You're always looking for praises, looking for reinforcement. Oh, you are wonderful. If you're wonderful inside, no one needs to tell you. Huh? What do you seek? Recognition. My woman? I'm her man? I have no more hair? Okay, let's try YouTube.
Okay, this is a question from Robin's Nest. Amitofo Master, my boyfriend of many years and I are in a petty quarrel in which he thinks it's ridiculous that I catch and release insects instead of killing them. I've tried to explain why I don't kill insects, but he views it as me being lazy and holier than thou, shirking off a job for him to do. What is your advice for dealing with this situation?
Dump him. You have to learn to live with people who disagree with you. Okay? Relationship is negotiations. Don't be so strict to the point where if you don't believe me and my spirituality, let's get divorced, let's break it up. You will not find anyone who will agree with you 100%. So it's about compromise to me. How far are you willing to compromise? You have to ask yourself, is he worth compromising or not? What has he done for you to make it worthwhile for you to compromise? If he has done a lot, compromise more. If he hasn't done much, dump him. Case closed. Don't hesitate. Life is too short. Huh? There's some men, let me tell you, okay, they're worth it. You go all out because you know that you will not find such men. Okay? Same thing. There's some women, you go all out. Okay? And it's worth it. So it's up to you. You have to decide for yourself. I don't know. I don't have enough details. For me, personally, I find that when people agree with me, I find them to be adorable because they are seeing things that I'm not seeing, and I appreciate it. When they say, "Oh, Master, you know so much, I agree with you," I say, "Then tell me something new." No, I don't know. I'm not learning anything from you. Okay? And so, one word of caution for any man, any person to condemn you and use such words as irresponsible and so forth. There's a problem there in that relationship. I would never call my girlfriend irresponsible. I would try to talk to her. I would try to reason with her and appeal to her good side, her good nature. I would not ever condemn her as irresponsible, as insensitive to my needs. She's insensitive to my needs because I don't know how to communicate my needs to her. It's my fault. There's something wrong fundamentally with that attitude to me. Watch out to such people. You have to be more tolerant yourself. And then you begin to see some people are so intolerant, they're hopeless. Then you stop wasting time. If the mind is so closed that it becomes intolerant, it demands having your way only, such people are hopeless. I will not waste time. But some people who are open-minded, who are willing to change and improve themselves, for real, and that has been tested, by the way, folks. I don't believe it. Someone told me, I learned recently, that she said, "Master, you like people too fast, you trust people too fast." I said, "Yeah, I do. I'm naive. Even at 70 years old, I'm very naive." And she says, you know where I came from? I need 4 seasons before I begin to believe one person. I said, wow, you are so tough. You are a tough woman. For me, only takes 5 minutes, and my heart melts for you. For her, 4 seasons. Some women are so tough, man. I say, oh wow, I'm learning so much. Yes, JMT.
그 마스터께서 예전에 그 디프레션 공격을
It's the same woman?
네. 그
Okay.
마스터 예전에
Continue.
마스터께서 예전에 우울증 공격을 인식할 수 있는 단계가 안함이라고 하셨는데 좀 전에 설명하신 우울증의 패턴을 인식하고 우울증의 공격으로부터 더 이상 고통받지 않는 단계, 그래서 다른 사람을 도울 수 있는 단계가 어떤 단계인지가 제 질문이었습니다. 이상입니다.
So, Master, before you tell us that the samadhi level that starts to recognize the depression ghost attack is third stage arhat. So my question is, you just talked about you see the pattern of their attacks and you recognize it and you don't suffer anymore and you can start to help others. What level is that?
It's much higher than that. It's not fixed. Some of them are pretty devious. Some of them, you get to pretty high up there. Even like the old monk in Vietnam right now, he can't even handle it. He can't even recognize it. He's totally helpless. So don't be so full yourself. There aren't that many people who can confuse him, and they can. So don't assume anything.
작년에 마스터께서 어떤 제가자에게 사지보살 정도를 말씀하셨었는데, 그렇다면 결국에는 이렇게 고정된 픽스된 에너지 레벨이 있는 게 아니라 같은 레벨이라도 사람마다 특성이나 탤런트가 다 다르니까 그렇게 대응할 수 있다라고 제가 받아들이면 될까요? 작년 여름 선칠일에 어떤 제가자에게 마스터께서 사지보살이라고 말씀을 하셨어요. 네.
So last year during Chanchi, you told one lay person that level is fourth ground Bodhisattva. And so what you're talking right now is that there's no fixed level, and if
Yes, there is. But I'm not telling you what it is. You get there and then I would tell you. You don't get there, I'm not going to tell you, because then a lot of people listen to, oh yeah, I know everything about depression. No, you don't. Okay, let's not go there. Where are we? And so tonight's theme is that let's take care of ourselves. You cannot afford to ignore your physical health and your mental health. Mental health is a big issue nowadays because of that bipolar thing, by that depression thing, by the manic thing. They're extremely contagious. If you have depression, chances are that your entire family has depression. If you're crazy, chances are that your entire family is also crazy. You don't have to believe me. keep on being miserable. That's all. I told you, I declared that the suppression demons are stupid. You know why I say that? Because they cannot help themselves. They have to torture you. That's the only reason in life, is to torture you, torment you, and torment the people next to you. That's what they want to do. They cannot help themselves. There's a chance. They say, "Oh, let's go torment these people." That's why they cannot control themselves. That's why they reveal themselves constantly. That's why I call them stupid. You're smart, you disguise yourself. You don't allow them to see where you're coming from. But no, they need to torment someone. They need to make someone suffer. Okay, YouTube. That's why I said, okay, so they're making you suffer. We use it to train you. You use that to train you. You use that to train you. Who's smarter than who? Huh? Okay, YouTube.
입근님의 질문입니다. 질문 하나 드립니다. 저는 가끔 가족이 아프거나 안 좋은 장소에 가면 역한 냄새나 두통을 느낍니다. 그런 곳을 정화할 수 있는 방법을 알고 싶습니다. 그곳에서 만트라를 외우면 그 장소를 정화할 수 있을까요? 항상 가르침에 감사드립니다.
This is a question from Ipkun. Master, I have one question. Sometimes when my family is sick, or if I go to some bad places, then I can smell disgusting smells, or I feel a headache. So I want to know the method how to purify those places. If I recite mantra there, would I be able to purify those places?
Oh, this is a very badly kept secret in Korea right now. You have a place you want to purify, you call Master XC. Guaranteed he'll come and help you right away. Okay? Now you all know. Don't quote me. So I talked to you about why do I know and what it is, because I had to overcome my severe depression myself. I'm severe bipolar. I'm crazy. Okay? And you don't want to see me when I'm this crazy. Okay? But with chant, you begin to see how they attack you. That's how they manipulate you. And then that's not enough. I said, okay, so I can figure it out. Because I'm not that dumb. It may look dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I want to declare to you, okay? And then I said, so I asked next, I said, so if I can see their moves, can I teach others to help and rise above it? Okay? And the answer is yes. That's why I dare declare war to them. I said, it's nothing that you can do that I cannot see. I challenge you, try your best. Because the more you attack my disciples, the quicker they improve. Go ahead. They cannot help themselves. Attack them. Because they challenge. They say, I'm going to send my best soldiers, my best generals. Go for it. We have an antidote for all of you. Do you believe? Very simple test. Can I be pleasant? Can I be happy inside? Huh? If you can't feel happy inside, chances are that you have depression. You don't need a drink to be happy. You don't need a cigarette to be happy, a cigar to be happy, or a pipe to be happy. Can you feel happy inside with nothing? You don't need someone to praise you. You don't need to look at yourself in the mirror. Okay? You feel happy regardless. People yell at you, scream at you, you poor, you rich, you're still happy. They can't be. Those depression demons cannot be happy. That's why they want to make all of us miserable. So once you understand happiness, there's nothing else they can do to you. You too. And people, amazingly, people in the world are so full of themselves, saying, no, I don't have a problem, I'm perfectly fine, I don't know I'm perfect. Idiots. They fool you, you don't even know. Go ahead, you too.
Leah Yao asks, does Jesus Christ know Buddha's teachings? Is the meaning of love the same as compassion?
You have to ask Jesus Christ. I cannot speak for Jesus Christ. I can speak from a Buddhist perspective. Love is not compassion, and vice versa. Compassion is not love. For example, sometimes in order to be compassionate, you have to beat up on someone and hate someone. Because it's a wake-up call. If you say, I love you, you're okay, everything is okay, there's no need for them to change. And that's why you need sometimes shock therapy. When you slap them and you beat them up, there's no compassion there, I don't think. There's real anger there. I have to beat you up. And I enjoy it. How can you call it love? Huh? How can you love someone when you can't hurt them? Have you ever asked yourself? Real love sometimes means you have to hurt them. How do I come up with all these new lines, new one-liners every night? Oops, I said, oops, can I take it back? Yes, KU too.
네. 혜순 선생님의 질문입니다. 우울기가 사람을 괴롭혀서 얻는 이익은 무엇인가요?
This is a question from teacher Haesun. What does depression ghost attains from harassing people? What benefit do they get?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What does the depression ghosts attain? What benefit do they get by harassing people?
The same pleasure we get from drinking. It's totally stupid, but we like it. Okay, that's reason number one. Reason number two, because we can afford it. When we toast New Year's, we only use martini because we cannot afford real champagne. These depression ghosts, they harass you because they can. It's a challenge for them. They have to come up with more ingenious ways to harass you and torment you. Okay, anyone else? Did we answer the question of New Year's resolution? New Year's resolution, very simple. Same as last year. But let's do it better. Huh? Because I know every year you improve. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Some a lot, some a little bit, little bit. And that's good enough. The Dharma we practice is certain Dharma, okay? Meaning that you do it and you never know when you're going to leap. And that's what I chose to teach and practice. Because the Asian way, the Chinese way, Tibetan way, the Vietnamese way, they're boring to me. Too slow. Yes, DTT.
예, thank you, Master. 저번에 며칠 단식할지 여쭈었는데 지금 말씀 주셨던 7일째에 들어가셨습니다. 이대로 마칠까요? 아니면 조금 더 가는 게 좋을까요? 럭키 7이 좋을지 아니면 매직 9이 좋을지 여쭙습니다.
Thank you, Master. Last time you told me to fast 7 days, so this is my 7th day. So should I stop or do more?
You look terrible.
Is it better if I stop at lucky 7 or magic 9?
The one rule of thumb, that when you ask me these questions, never smile. Because you do, I would tell you, do 2 more days. See, he can't help himself. He cannot help himself, he likes it. You see, look at that. How often do you see him smile? He's always, I'm Korean. Korean men don't smile. Now look at him. After 7 days of starving himself to death, he's smiling. Something good is happening, isn't it? Huh? 2 more days, okay? And after that, Tony's pizza. Look at that, all these. Okay?
Thank you, Master.
Okay. Look at that. How often did he smile? I don't remember him smiling at all, except to maybe Young Sung. So serious. The smile is a natural thing. You don't need to fake it. I want you, for part of New Year resolution, can we smile because we feel good inside? Just do it. Don't think about it. Don't look for, you women, don't look for a new washer and dryer, and some things from your husband. No, just look at him and say, oh, I kind of like you. Wouldn't that be cute? Huh? No ulterior motives. Please. You don't know how the little things you do like that can change a man's life. Because they say, oh my God, I have a special woman in my hand. I ain't letting her go. No one knows it. Because she smiles at me. Only me. She finds a reason to be happy with me. Yeah? Don't worry so much about, what's hurting here and the lump there. And just smile. Be happy inside. Huh? How about that for New Year's resolution? You don't have to pretend to be happy, but there are some moments in your day when you feel like, it's a good life I'm having. I have so many good things happening to me. I have a wonderful husband. I have a wonderful family, a husband who really cares for me. Yeah, he has a lot of quirks, he has a lot of faults, but he really loves me. Isn't that cause for celebration? Huh? And that's when, if you have that in your heart, every time Jung becomes radical, you say, oh, there he goes again. You smile. Instead of the people who could not take it had to run away. What do you call that? Love, compassion? Who gives a damn? Huh? Just feel good inside, be happy for a moment. Don't worry about tomorrow, just for now. Don't worry about enlightenment. My God, these Shanghai people, they come here all the way from Shanghai. I say, what do you want? I want to be enlightened. I say, and then why are you here? We don't sell enlightenment. We sell small happiness. We sell being ourselves. No pretense. Yes, we're feeling bad. I'm grouchy today. I apologize. Come back tomorrow. Okay, time is up. Happy New Year, everyone. Be happy, okay? Be happier, okay? I hope you have a happier year. That's all that matters. Be healthier, be happier. Find more reasons to have fun during the day. That'd be a challenge for you. Okay? Yeah? What?
Can I ask one question, Master?
Okay.
For depression, Master always asks to cultivate by yourself. But for my brother, he has a serious mental disease, and cannot do the cultivation by himself. He's in the hospital, so in that case, need someone else to do the cultivation for him?
No, there are cases where the extreme cases, for example, some people who are prone to kill themselves, so you need to physically restrain them and don't allow it to happen. In some cases like here where he's hospitalized and really need to be drugged and restrain himself, then this is when you know it's a serious issue. The hospitals are designed to help you do that, take care of these people. We are not equipped to do that. But fundamentally, it means that their karmic retribution is so heavy, they're supposed to suffer. And they need help, whether it's being physically restrained or drugged up, okay? That's part of the retribution. Okay, and part of the help. And so in severe cases like this, what you need is some serious plaques, some blessings to pay off these ghosts quickly. Okay, the suffering comes in two forms. Either you suffer physically, mentally, or you suffer because of money. So in this severe case here, he needs external intervention. It's way beyond him. Just like in some cases, we have to physically intervene to protect you so that only the part where you can handle and you know it's manageable, because when you cross your legs and eventually you calm down, that means it's manageable for you. But if you cross your legs and it does not diminish, no matter how long you cross your legs, that's when you need help. That's a rule of thumb. Okay? You all are being taught how to develop skills to take care of yourselves. And we're watching over you because that's a rule of thumb. If you feel depressed, cross your legs, bow, recite Buddha's name, recite mantras, do 10,000 Buddha repentance. If you do that, those things, and you find relief, that means it's manageable for you. Keep it up until it stops. That's the process. We're using them to help you improve. They're not that smart. That's why I can declare this, but they cannot help themselves. I'm declaring you a bunch of idiots. Go attack my disciples, because you attack them, I will teach them how to get out of range. And they keep doing it. They cannot help themselves. Excuse me. So stupid. And they call themselves demons. I would resign as a demon, because I'd be so embarrassed. I'm a demon, I cannot outsmart a stupid monk? Oh my God, what kind of demon am I? I go get a PhD next. You too.
Nick Lee asks, can Chan make my afflictions disappear?
Eventually, yeah, absolutely. And here's how you can tell. You cannot tell, but eventually the affliction will diminish over time. If it doesn't diminish over time, find another venue, find another person to help you. There's a time expiration. If you follow, let's say Chan, let's say you practice Chan, and within 3 months, 6 months, you don't see any changes, any improvements, this is wrong for you. It's not for you. Either you're so impossible to teach, which is I rarely find such cases. I did find a few cases where I don't feel like teaching, but if you practice Chan, you should be able to get better and better and better. There's no reason why you should not. And it doesn't come from the Chan handbook they have over there. It's a piece of junk. They collected all these things they call a Chan handbook, where it doesn't even teach you about Wei Yang Chan. It has nothing to do with Wei Yang Chan. Just because you collect this Master Show is teaching you to talk about Chan here, Chan there, doing a Chan Chi, doesn't mean it's a Wei Yang Chan teaching. That book should be burned. See, I'm going radical again. It's New Year. I have a big mouth. Because, folks, don't be fooled by promises. Bottom line, are you getting better? You feel happier? You feel more peaceful inside or not? If you don't, this is the wrong path for you. There's no excuses. This is American Buddhism. We cannot make false promises. You don't deliver, move on. Find something else. Don't waste your time. Name don't matter. I've seen my master's disciple being stuck like me for 4 years, totally disgusted with myself. Not only was I disappointed in myself, but my peers were disappointed at me because I was too stupid. So 4 years wasted from my life. I will never forgive them for that. 6 months or so I need to learn all their trades, all the tricks, if they know how to teach it. There's fundamentals in Chan that you need There's a recent question about, they follow a Ajahn book over there, and I realize that I need someone to tell me what to do. Of course you do. That should be the first lesson of a Ajahn handbook. Find someone who knows how to teach you. You don't talk about enlightenment, you don't talk about this and about that because Master Shehua talk about it. The purpose of a Chan book is to teach you how to practice Chan, for God's sake. It's just fundamentals like that. That's why I feel they should be shot. Boy, I'm becoming more violent, am I not? Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's a disciple from over there. Number 2.
喂
Don't shoot her, okay?
师父，我想跟您分享一个秘密。我觉得您时而激进的这个 style 是吸引我丈夫的原因之一，所以你一定要坚持。谢谢。
Master, I would like to share a secret with you that your style, aggressive style,
Aggressive?
is what makes my husband admire you so much. So you have to continue.
But I wish you choose your words more gentle words. I'm not aggressive. I'm just depressed. I'm just bipolar. No, I paid my dues. I wasted a lot of time, and was confused for a long time. And for someone like me, it's very insulting, that you can't even be honest enough with me to tell me. I'm talking to my teacher, that you have to do this. To me, it's sad. But on the other hand, he did a lot of things that also glued me in, but I was not that bright, not smart enough to understand it. After 20 years, and that's why he's doing this. Why is there's a go, there's a hung, but there's this chin is no equivalent of hung for chin. I finally understood. The hung is successor, the guardian of his dharma. But the chin have nothing to guard. That's why there's no hung equivalent for chin. He told me so loudly already. He made the announcement so loudly. And this is so Chinese. You have to figure it out. You understand my point? I'm a Go, meaning my generation is second generation Mahayana. I have the seeds of second Mahayana from Master Shenhua. That's a gift that will last lifetime after lifetime. But I'm not a hung because I'm not heir to his dharma. I'm not responsible for the propagation of his dharma. Therefore, I'm not a hung. Yes, I have a chance to become a hung. But I laugh at the face and said, I'm going to become a fake hung because only he can give me a hung name. None of you can give me a hung name. I laugh at the face. How dare you talk to me like this? Huh? I will never be a fake hung. Don't give me nonsense like that. And so you see, they are the guardians of his dharma. So if you want his dharma, you're supposed to go to them to get clarification. And they're supposed to be responsible for its welfare, its distribution. After them, after Go, is Chin, meaning third generation, his lineage is Chin, okay? Meaning I'm a Go, then my disciples will be a Chin, okay? But then there's a Chin for my level, but there is no Hung at the left home level. So he told us already, he says, after the Hung, there's no more Dharma to be passed on. It's so clear already. Am I making sense to you? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Master Shenhua dropped so many hints already. You have to produce Dharma for it to have a need, for someone to carry it on. No? If you are not producing any Dharma, there's no need for anyone to continue. Those things, you can't fake it. And it's still, even still, and he buys all these land, all these buildings. I don't know what for. Total waste of money, you ask me. So I said, he did many great things. It's wonderful for the foundation for Mahayana in our country, but he also made some serious mistakes I would not make. When it comes down to money, for example, those are serious mistakes he made. Anyway, it's a new year. Let's talk about something pleasant. Happy New Year. Thank you, everyone. Good night.